you sound like you have equal Greek accent and Italian accent, like ability to speak with both accents when you say Italian or Greek words. Am I right there?
Yes. So
Do you speak both languages?
I do speak both languages. I lived with my Greek grandparents for a little while, so I had a pretty good basis of Greek. And then when my parents got divorced, my mum's first cousin from Greece, who's the same age as her, also divorced, came to live with us, and he was basically my father figure from maybe 14 to 17 years old, and he didn't speak any English at all. And so he was basically my best friend in this time, and I learned to speak Greek basically like a Greek would, and he's the one that indoctrinated me for Panathinaikos. And then all throughout my younger years, you go to Nonna Nonno's house and they speak the thickest Sicilian imaginable.
Yeah. Where in Sicily are they from?
So Nonno is from a town called Camporeale, and Nonna is from a town called Roccamena, which is on the hill that's opposite Camporeale, and they're both maybe 15-20 minute drive from Palermo.
Right.
In 2018, we went and we did Sicily, and I hadn't been since I was maybe 10 years old, and I personally don't think there's anywhere better to travel, to be honest. It's there's no better food in the world than Sicily. It's beautiful. I mean, I struggle with Italians. I mean, like Italians, not us. I mean, Italians. I find them very difficult. So that's something that I have to engage with. But
we're worlds apart, aren't we? Like,
yeah,
we don't see ourselves as Aussie. We don't see ourselves as Aussie, but until you go there, you think you're Italian, and then you go there and it's like, you're very different in way of thinking, way of working, just our general existence is completely different.
Yeah.
As much as I love it, I do feel at home there, but I eventually do feel very grateful for the real home, which is here.
You can understand why people love life over there. Like, I get it. Like, you go for a siesta, you go to have a piazza, you have your coffee, you do all those sorts of things.
Cheap.
And it's cheap. Look, I get that. And then I wonder, like, your economy wouldn't be so bad if you didn't, like, go for a siesta and you didn't go for a coffee in the piazza and you did actually went to work. You might
I don't think it's that cheap over
certain
there.
places, right?
If you go to the bar in the local village,
If you get an espresso for 80 euro cents, that's basically
beer for €2
The difference is they're not working. Like, we will live and we work a lot, and then basically we work a lot, they don't work a lot. And I get why you prefer that kind of lifestyle, but it is different when you get there. You think, man, like,
the differences is not so much, that they have the, 3 or 4 hours siesta now, things like that. All right, that's their culture and it's never going to change. But things just don't work. I mean, much more so in the south than in the north. And we've been there together, Mel.
Yeah, sciopero.
Sciopero. Everyone strike every 5 minutes, the trains, the buses.
Scusa, dov'è l'autobus? Non lo so.
No idea.
Potholes in roads that are there for 20 years, and the machines at train stations. You're trying to buy a ticket, broken. There's a row of 20 of them. They're all broken. All this kind of stuff. Trying to get information out of people is a mission. Nobody gives a shit about helping the other ones because everyone's more. The term is football, all right? Yeah. Everyone's getting one, smarter. Everyone's getting one up over the other one. That's maybe it's because there's 60 million of them living on top of each other, so it's it's a bit more of a rat race. I don't know.
There's like a social cultural discord in Italy as well, and particularly in the south. I remember noting that. So we've got my nonno's side of the family are all still in Sicily, but my nonna's side of the family moved from Sicily to Torino, so they live there. So we've been able to visit both to see relatives. Yeah, exactly. To work at the Fiat factory, and I remember I had been doing comedy for about a year, and we tried to explain to my Italian relatives in Sicily what it is that I do. And it's so, first of all, there's no direct translation. It's cabarettista is the closest thing. So like cabaret. So I'm
Wouldn't
from
they
the
say
start,
comical?
they think I'm
You're a comical.
no, because
Huh?
apparently a comico is a person in comedy movies.
Yeah,
But
like-
somebody that does a live show is different. Apparently, it's a cabaretista. So
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because all their comedy stuff, and if you ever watch Ray TV, what a shit show that is. All their comedy stuff is about doing skits on variety shows, and it's pathetic if you ask
Yeah.
me. But they seem to love it.
So we naturally, me being put on show in front of these relatives in Sicily, they wanted me to try and translate one of my jokes to them, which never goes well ever. But I thought I would translate the most simple joke that I had, which is about KFC, and we stumbled at the first hurdle because they didn't know what KFC was, and I thought, well,
Just made it
okay,
McDonald's.
what do you. Well, yeah, I could have made it McDonald's, but then the joke doesn't work. But I wanted to say KFC, and they had never heard of it. And then I Googled it, and there are like 242 KFCs in Italy. So it's not that they're not there.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't
But
have
in
access
Sicily?
to the internet. It's just that in Sicily there's none, I don't think.
Exactly.
But you have the internet. It's not difficult. They just are so insulated. Whatever is happening in the village is their life. That's it. Everything that goes on outside, we don't care.
Totally. And what about Greece? Like, how would you compare?
Greece is Sicily, but the whole country.
Right. Oh,